Hello. So I got the last of my things harvested out of my garden, and I now have my new raised beds that I was making out of cut pallets completed. So I thought I'd take you for a walk. We have a beautiful December day today, which is unusual for us. So I got a bunch of free pallets. I cut them. I redesigned the whole garden. It was initially all flowers, and now I'm doing more vegetables. So I put flowers in particular places this time. This has rhubarb in it. This is where I grew peas and beans last year. We'll see what happens this next year. And then on this one, there's dahlias planted here, and then chives. And this will be tomatoes next year, I believe. If you saw my pictures on Instagram I posted this morning, I grew little baby strawberry popcorn corn plants, and I harvested those and let them dry, and today I popped my own popcorn from corn that I grew. So I'm going to do that again this year, and this bed is going to be corn, little baby ones. They only get like 3 or 4 feet tall. They're super cute, so then it's not invasive with the light for the vegetables in the other beds. This one is at the moment potatoes, and I harvested my leeks, but I had harvested some earlier this week. I don't know if I can find them. Here they are. I harvested some and I had left them outside, and the tops started to regrow. So I decided all the ones I cut out, there were about 12, I stuck them back in the ground. We'll see what happens. And then, like I said, there's potatoes in here. This bed is going to be mainly flowers, and then it will be cucumbers and something else, I don't know yet. This is going to be a tunnel. Here, got my strawberry plants in. I got these in at 1:30 in the afternoon on solstice, and it started snowing 6 hours later, so I was very fortunate on my timing with that. But I have the strawberries are planted here, and then I create a tunnel that will go up over here, and then on this side I'll plant my cucumbers and let my cucumbers grow back up over this way. So, and then along the front here I have my artichoke plants, which I had to transplant this guy over so that they have enough room to grow. These will get about 5 or 6 feet tall and 3 or 4 feet wide, so they need lots of room. In the summer, if you remember, I had planted gourds, and they covered this whole fence line, which we loved because it gave us sound barrier from the road and privacy as well. So that will happen again. But I'm losing my train of thought. Before the gourds and squash grow, my spring flowers, I planted more irises and gladiolas all along the fence line here. So then what will happen is the irises will bloom, and then the gladiolas will bloom, and then the squash will come into season. And as those bulbs, their leaves need to die back so they can photosynthesize for a bloom for the following year, I can camouflage that with the squash that's going to grow up. All the leaves will cover it, and then you don't have to worry about looking at not ugly, but just non-producing flower leaves. You can kind of see all my irises. Got them tucked in down there. And my rose is starting to trail over my arbor finally. Tiffany, if you're watching, that's your arbor and your roses. And I got these guys all set in. My little male kiwi I planted. My female is right here. And last year the male died, so I got a new one from Kent East Hill Nursery, and hopefully these guys will be happy with each other. I might have to plant them somewhere else or trail them down lower, because she never gets taller than this because the birds sit right here and they just eat whatever comes off the new shoots. So let's see. And then this side, I put some cinder blocks here. So I'm planning on putting a container here in the summer that will have something drippy coming out of it. I planted some dahlias at the end here. I also planted borage in this bed, I believe. This is where I grow my sunflowers. These are some leftovers, so this will all be sunflowers. And this is Casablanca lilies, and I want to say comfrey, I think is right there. This will be my zucchini bed, and I have flowers at the ends of all of my aisles. I have irises here, daisies and daisies, dahlias. I did not put anything on the end of this because it is going to be corn. So this whole area in the afternoon will be very shaded. And I don't want anything blocking the corn with the light coming from behind me. So there's the winter garden all rested and put to sleep. I used some of my old signs, parking, and then my certified backyard sign. So just because it's winter time doesn't mean that we take a pause from gardening. Now's the perfect time to plan your garden. And as long as I can see your yard, I can usually do some good planning in the winter time. If there's just little nubs of plants sticking out, I can usually identify them. I would give myself about a 60% of the time I can identify them. Like for instance, this is a hollyhock. It's growing its bloom for next year already, getting ready. These are sedum. If you have these, they're great to leave through the winter time. There's a whole bunch of little food there for your birds. And then if you peek down in here, it's always fun. The babies are getting ready for next year. So beautiful. All right, enjoy the sun. Happy holidays. May you be blessed with health and love.